today's video, I'm jumping into the world of disc reviews. Quick disclaimer about this, I have been a little bit vocal in the past about how I don't want to become a review channel. Disc reviews are entirely subjective based on how it fits in your hand, how it fits in your game, whether your backhand, your sidearm, dominant, or your arm speed, how good your technique is, all of that stuff is going to play a huge role in how much you like a disc. But that being said, this is a really cool disc I found on Disc Golf America. You can find them online, discgolfamericaonline.com. They are my sponsor. I'm really grateful for them and the support they've given me. Definitely head over there and check out their disc selection and use my promo code LONGWAYTOPRO for 10% off at checkout. Additionally, if you wanted to support me more, you could just hit the YouTube buttons down beneath the screen, and that is also a huge help. So let's get into this disc. I have opened this. I have got my greasy paws on it. This is the Latitude 64 Opto G-Bryce. This is really unique because it's an overmold, and Latitude 64 doesn't do many overmolds. They do have a couple. This one was the first. This was the first overmold disc that they released, and my initial impressions are very good. It feels really solid in the hand. It's a little slick, but it's got a really nice grip to it. Backhand, I can see this being a really good forehand disc because not only is it slightly flat, but it's got that 6 glide and that slight understability that's going to work well for hyzer flip, just dead straight sidearm shots. So I'm really excited for this disc and to see if it will make it in my bag. The flight ratings are 9.6, -2, and 2. So it's kind of like a Shrike flight characteristic, but more in the control/fairway driver category. So I'm super excited to go try this one out. I'm going to do some quick comparisons to other 9 speeds that I have. This is a Thunderbird, one of my go-to 9 speeds. The shoulder on this disc is not as aerodynamic looking. It's a little steeper, and it doesn't kind of extend further into the disc the same way this one does. And I think that's probably because of the overmold. It's not a wide rim disc, so they can't exactly kind of push that shoulder deeper into the center because of that overmold. Actually, a quick thing about the overmold, this is a pretty flexible disc, which is super nice. My biggest complaint about, casually throwing MVP discs that my friend has is that they are just so stiff and they don't really give a lot. This one has some nice give to it, so I'm really excited to give this one a go. Hopefully the gyro kind of effect is a good one, and it's nice and torque resistant for forehands. That's what I'm hoping for this one. So it's called the Opto G-Bryce because the middle is Opto and the rim is gold plastic. So just a quick note about that. So yeah, I'm really excited to go test this one out. Let's head over to my local disc golf course and give it a couple rips, and I will tell you my final impressions while I'm out there. So let's go. Okay guys, so we're out at the field. We have this beautiful Latitude 64 Opto G-Bryce. Just gonna give it some shots. I'm gonna start out at lower power. I threw this a couple of times and it is pretty understable. So I'm gonna just start out hyzer, low power, and then I'm gonna kind of work up and see what else I can do with it. So that was about 50 to 60% power on a hyzer. Kind of threw it up in the air. It stood up to flat and then kind of dumped. So I like that flight. I'm gonna run out and grab it, throw another one. All right, second shot, a little bit harder, but similar kind of release point, similar release angle.
I don't know if that was too far to that side for you guys to see, but on that probably 80 to 85% power range on that hyzer, it just stood up, rode right, and then just faded just a tiny bit at the end. So a nice understable flight. So far, I would say it's not quite the flight ratings. I think it's a little bit more understable than that. I would say it's probably closer to a Sidewinder at the 9.6, -3.1 kind of flight ratings, but that's just initial impressions. Gonna get a couple more throws in. So as you probably saw, this thing is really understable. I released it at about 90–95% of power on a hyzer like this. It stood up, turned over, and turned into a pretty decent roller. So definitely not the friendliest to backhands, at least power backhands. Control backhands, it's probably going to be a very nice straight driver with the touch of fade at the end. But what I really was looking for this was a good sidearm. So I'll throw a couple of sidearm here so you can see how it does with my somewhat below average sidearm. That thing is definitely more understable than I was looking for it to be, but that could have just been a bad release, so I'm going to do it again. So for me, it's really standing up and turning a lot. I'm going to try one more with a lot of hyzer on this one. You know, I'm still learning the disc. That much is okay. If you have really slow arm speeds, I think that'll work really well for you, especially the forehand. It's got that glide, that turn. It'll be a really good forehand disc for people who are just learning the forehand, or who are better at it than me, probably, get cleaner releases. The backhand, it's going to be a really touchy control driver. I like what it does. I just need to control it a little more. So that's kind of my my initial thoughts on the Opto G-Bryce. It's a pretty fun disc. It's an awesome looking disc. I think it'll be a good roller for my bag, so I think I'm going to take a couple discs out that kind of do a similar thing, and have that one be my kind of utility driver for the future. So if you're interested, head over to discgolfamericaonline.com. Go get one. You can use my promo code. You can get 10% off. You have free shipping over orders of $75, I believe. So pretty good deal. That's like 4 discs and you get free shipping. So definitely go check them out. Support me. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and play a couple holes with the Bryce so you can see like what situations I would use it. But this ends the review section. I appreciate you guys watching. Here are a couple holes. So that shot was basically on that much hyzer at like a 85% release for me. That, it had a nice flight, but it did turn to the right. So crazy, crazy understable, especially for the flight ratings. This hole is only 192 feet. You wouldn't throw a fairway driver normally in this circumstance, but I'm just gonna go for it. Why not? Again, that was so close. I thought that was in for a second. So because it's getting dark, I'm only gonna do one more. This is the longest hole in the course. I'm gonna rip it on practically a vertical hyzer. See what happens. All right, guys, that concludes the whole tests with this disc, the Opto G-Bryce. On that last one, I found that if I put it on a really steep hyzer with a lot of power, it stood up really flat and it glided to about 400 feet. Very smooth with the disc, as you can tell. So this is a fun disc. I'm not sure I'll be bagging it just yet, but I like what it does. I like what it can do, and I'll keep testing it in the future. So head on over to Disc Golf America store online, or Disc Golf America online, excuse me, discgolfamericaonline.com. Get yourself one of these. Use my coupon code, and you'll have a lot of fun. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Stay tuned for future videos. I'll see you next time.